welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Superpowers. I'm Dawn, this is Caron, and today is kind of like a part two of another previous episode we did with Caron and Jasmine Chomski.
So Jasmine has a herd of beautiful horses and a couple goats, baby goats, and Kelly the dog. Yeah. Today we want to show you what happened when Dawn interacted with the horses. It's really interesting.
It is. Now, so Jasmine does Equine Assisted Psychotherapy, and every session she starts with us setting an intention. So that's what I set my intention, you set yours, and then that's where we kind of followed through. Now, we did a different one with me because we decided to use the pylons.
We also do specific activities, like setting up pylons and have that represent a goal in your life that you're working towards. And as soon as a person attaches a goal to it, there's an energy that comes with it. And the task is to move the horse through the pylons, and then we see what's actually blocking and standing in their way. And that is very powerful when that happens.
Getting back to the pylon example, how do you determine what the blockages are?
So it's all the client's projection or whatever comes up for them.
So you're actually taking them through like how they plan to get there, their step by step, and then based on how they feel.
How they feel, what happens. So here's an interesting thing that often happens with most people. As soon as the horse gets almost to the goal, the horse will turn around and walk away. Or veer off to another direction. So we're like, so I will ask, what happened right there? So what happened in that thought right before the horse did that? And they'll often go, oh, I got uptight because I thought, oh my God, they're almost there, something bad's going to happen. So we explore the thought patterns that created the energy that then the horse feels in response to.
Like a fear of success, of attaining that.
Yeah, fear of success, or holding on too tight is another one. Or sometimes because all 5 horses are allowed to be there during the session, another horse will come and block the other horse.
So distraction.
or what does that horse represent for you? Oh, that's my mother-in-law. She's always blocking me or being negative or whatever, or that's my own inner voice or whatever. So we will process. So the learning is in the process. It's not just what happens. It's what happened? Where were you successful? What thoughts came up for you? And what do you make of that? Who is that person in your life? When have you felt this way before? So it's always linked to how you were actually showing up in your life. Yeah, it's, like I said, it's super powerful because you can see it. And then it's not me going, oh, maybe you're doing this. They're like, oh no, they're confronted with the knowledge quite quickly, which gives more opportunity for change.
Definitely. A lot sooner, too.
A lot sooner.
Yeah.
A lot sooner.
I can only imagine how many times as a therapist, because I have a therapist as well.
Oh, Linda.
And I can only imagine over the years that I've spent with Linda, how long she waited for me to come up with like a real understanding or like finally get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes you don't. Like there's information that's come out here, and I do have clients that started in the office and then come out to the farm, and now they only come to the farm. And I'll see information about them that I couldn't see until we actually did things in this experiential way. So you may actually never get that information because it's a different viewpoint, right? You don't normally get to see about yourself.
And the wisdom of the horses is just incredible.
Yes. And so that's another aspect of this, is that I also go from my intuition. So what guidance are the horses also giving me about what's going on? This is also something I invite the clients to ask themselves. If you were asking for guidance from the horses, what would that be?
So you and I are going to be working together. I don't know what yet, but you're my therapist. And we're going to figure this out, right?
Yeah. Okay, so what we've decided to do is to work on a goal that you have for yourself. So what is that goal?
To get my PhD.
Okay, great. So what this exercise is going to look like is these pylons over here. They represent your goal of getting your PhD. So the task for you is to take one horse, so you've chosen Sage, to move through the pylons. Okay? Here are the rules. You can touch him, but you can't hold on to his halter, which is around his face.
Okay.
You can't bribe him or simulate bribing him as well. So simulate bribe was like, I don't have anything, but come on, right? And that's about it. That's all the rules are. Okay. So all you're going to do is just have a moment and think about what you want to do and how you might approach this, and then just give it a go. Okay. Any other questions?
No, I guess if I have some along the way, it's okay.
Yep, absolutely.
How to get him to go there? I don't know what people do.
Doesn't matter what anyone does, because every person does things very uniquely, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
There is
Does
no
it matter
actually
which
one
way I walk him through? What were the rules? None.
Right.
We have to go over there. So, can you come? Okay, so is it what I'm getting from him? No.
About you. Okay. Well, what's he telling you?
That he's distracted by other things. Okay. Which I do. I have a lot of stuff I have to kind of get through. I am getting married. I'm doing Ironman. I'm building a house.
Oh, just throwing a PhD on top of it.
Yeah.
all in the next couple of months. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a little distracted.
So I want you to feel that energy in your body as you focus on all these distractions. And what was his response? What did he just do?
Walking away.
Walking away from the goal.
Right.
I know.
So I want you to just first of all tune into your body.
Okay.
How does the body feel when you think about all these distractions and all the things you have to do in that thank you, Sage, as the next couple of months? Tense or relaxed?
Oh, definitely tense.
Right. So take a nice breath. So he's actually responding to the tension.
Okay.
Horses respond to that because they're like, something's wrong. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to move away from you.
Okay.
And I'm going to let the coyote eat you.
Ah. Okay.
So nice big breath. Okay.
That's really cool.
Just focus on, let's get you grounded here in this present moment. So first of all, like I said to Karen, I want you to notice where all the horses are right now.
They're all around me.
Yeah. And the goats.
Yeah.
So what is that telling you?
That I'm not alone.
You're supported.
I usually do everything on my own. So the fact that I now have support and encouragement and I'm in a safe space, it's freaking you out. It's freaking me out. Yeah.
Which direction are you facing?
Back there.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's start by, I want you just to ground yourself. I want you to face your goal again. Feel the energy of the animals that are all around you. But where is Sage? He's still over there. But that's okay. So even though you're going to get your PhD, and that's a lot of work, how do you want to feel along the way?
I definitely want to have fun along the way.
Do you want to enjoy it?
I want to enjoy it.
So it sounds fascinating what you're going to do.
I know, I'm really excited.
Great. Can you
About it.
stay in that energy? Why did you choose Sage to begin with? What did you say?
Well, he's the first horse that came up to me over there, and I felt like, we had a moment. And then as I went to each other horse, the only other horse that I thought about working with was Twister.
Yeah.
I was going to say Sage. Yeah.
So one of the things I heard you say about why you chose Sage at the beginning was because you promised me.
Yeah, I did. Yes. When we were earlier, I said, yes, I'll come back, I'll work with you.
Right. So this needs repeating that. So, let's just play with the idea of Twister then. Would you like to try Twister? Sure. Okay. Let's play with that and see.
First experience. This is my first PhD. We can do this together. It'll be fun.
Okay, where's your focus right
stay here.
What was going on with you? How did you feel? What were you thinking about? What was the energy like?
So I was just talking about how, or I was like in my mind telling him like, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, you don't know what you're doing. Like, let's just try and do this together. And, you know, I won't go any further forward than you need to. And when you're ready, we'll do it step to step together. Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's kind of how I started to be able to move.
So why do you think then, depending on what Sage represented, why do you think he was the better, ended up being the better choice for you? Sage? What was going on there?
I think the newbiness. I think that both of us, you know, he hasn't done this type of work before. I can't get any greener with horses than me. So I kind of felt like we could just be safe together as we both were, and just kind of do it our way.
Yes.
Without,
Yes.
Now you do, eh? But,
Right. So
Yeah, they all did.
They all did, right? So here's the other thing too, is letting go, right? And allowing things to happen. And yeah, Allie came through, Ranger came through, the goats were always with you. And see, again, everyone is right here. So it's not that you can't move. What are you focusing on? So how was this experience for you? What are you taking away with you?
that I really could benefit a lot more from being aware of my own energy. You know, I feel like I am.
But you doing that for yourself is also possible, where you just sit and be like, okay, what's coming up in my body as I think of doing this?
Yeah.
And then what's the resistance about?
Mm-hmm.
Right? The answers are always there. It is about creating the space or having somebody mirror what is going on for you.
Yeah. Yeah, this was really cool.
The other question I want to ask you is, because you've done traditional therapy, how does this compare to that? Like, what do you notice is different?
Well, I think the mirroring is kind of the best way to describe it, because I really, you know, dealing with humans, you can hold your ground, you can, you know, you're not going to change your behavior based on my energy.
Yeah,
Great work.
This was awesome.
Yeah. You both had very powerful experiences quite quickly.
Every session she starts with us setting an intention. So that's what I set my intention, you set yours, and then that's where we kind of followed through. Now we did a different one with me because we decided to use the pylons, and she was going to do an exercise. Now I had been previously working with or hanging out with Sage, and I had told Sage that we would be working together. But then when she actually asked me to go around and meet all the horses and get to know them, I was actually quite drawn to Twister. But Twister's brand new to the herd, brand new to the work, and we thought it might be best to stick with Sage originally. But that's not how it went.
Yeah. And Twister stepped in and did a really good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not someone who knows horses well, and I've actually even never been in that kind of close contact with a horse before. So when I was trying to figure out how to communicate with him, to Sage originally and then Twister, to get them to move between the pylons, so much information came up. Jasmine was amazing at being able to explain kind of what they were communicating. And what I learned more than anything else is that when we're with when we're interacting with other humans, we can hold our own space pretty much. You know, like if someone is really irritating you, you can still grin and smile. You know, you can stay there. Yes. But when it comes to a horse, if they don't believe what
you're
I'm
putting
saying,
out there,
they just walk away. They don't
you
put up
can't
with
lie
it.
to a horse.
Yeah. No. and I think that was my favorite part about it, because it really helped me to take it that extra step further and be aware of my energy, not just what I'm trying to put out there, but what I really am putting out there. And it was hard to go in that extra deep layer to really kind of understand what I was emanating. But once I figured it out, it was so powerful. I got so much out of that, and I would definitely want to go back and practice a little bit more, because the way that they move, the way that they were like facing, the behavior, everything was so symbolic and very clear as to what the real situation is and what the real underlying story is. And so I ended up learning that I'm kind of used to doing everything on my own, or just because that's just how I am, but I don't have to, and that I am supported just like you.
Yeah.
And I am, and it's about me receiving that support.
Right.
And so it's something that we both have to work on, but I guess that's our next chapter. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up. It helps us know that what we're doing is reaching people, and people actually like it. And so if you do like it and you want to see more, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And we've got some great episodes coming up, so stay tuned. And until then, be well, and we'll see you again soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.